is you can. What about? So we're going to trade.
Rather than building it from,
Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. That's what everyone's been asking to see. How is the BMW R100 project coming along? So I'll just pop down Smoking Customs with the lads who are over there, hanging out, doing nothing as usual. but then really, I mean, how can I say doing nothing? I mean, I actually can't even remember the last time I showed you this bike. I think it was, a long time ago. Yeah, and that's my fault really, because I've just been fanning around and lack of money and budget and stuff like that. So this has been a slow burn project. But yeah, so let's have a little walk around. Should we come over? Do you want to come and have a little, So this is still like tacked together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're putting the major components are now in place, and once we're all happy with the fit and all that stuff, it all gets stripped down and then painted and then rebuilt again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything gets put into it. All the wiring gets put into it as is. Then it's all stripped down, painted, put back together.
It's amazing to see now how this looks and like the silhouette of it and how it's coming on. Yeah, you happy with it?
It's the final silhouette, isn't it? That's what it's going to look like.
Yeah, and it looks so good. Looks so good. Looking at it at a glance, you probably think, oh yeah, it's just the same as every other. But when we start moving in, we start looking at things like this shock system, which, a lot of people just go, oh, I'm just going to go and buy a monoshock kit and then stick it on there and that's done. But these boys have outdone themselves really, and we've made this sort of Panigale style horizontal shock. Actually, do you want to just have a little squidge on the back end?
A little bouncy.
A little bouncy. This is the original, one of the original shocks that was in it, so it's really soft at the moment. But it works. It works. It works, and it's amazing. And yeah, and that's one of the things about making bikes like this. You can make it easy for yourself, but what's the point? Like, what's the point? This is about challenging and engineering and trying to do something different and enjoying the process. And this has been, it's been bloody hard, but it's been brilliant at the same time. Not that I fucking spent the hours in here. So, yeah, we're going to get a different shock on there as well.
That's a temporary mount on the front as well at the moment.
Yeah, so that's just tacked on. And this is where the fuel taps go, so we'll have to move those fuel taps. Yeah. So that's probably, in terms of, I've never seen that on a bike like this before. That's probably the standout feature.
Yeah.
And then we'll go around the noisy side. So this is probably one of the sexiest bottoms known to man. So we've got like a kind of GP style exhaust system here, all completely handmade. Again, this is just tacked into place, so this will all be finished properly. And rather than just running the two different, I wonder if I can get in there with the camera. Rather than running the two different cylinders on two separate exhausts, they've actually built an X. So we should have each pop coming out of both exhausts, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the theory behind it, anyway. So we've got this lower sort of shotgun style, and then up. Right up the body, we've got that. How cool does that look if it'll focus properly? How cool does that look? And I'm just desperate, as we all are here, to hear it. It's I don't think it's going to be too intense. Like, there's quite a lot of travel, so it should be.
Yeah, so they've got a slight baffle in, so it's not like they're just straight through megaphones. So
right. Okay.
They've got a little bit of baffle in.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Not a lot. So those are the two kind of, for me, the two coolest things. And then we go on to the other sort of stuff. So flat bars, I put a post on Twitter the other day asking, because we did think about clip-ons for a second, but yeah, I think that got quashed. This is actually a modern, because I want to use the bike, this is actually a modern R9T headlight. And I think I'm probably going to get one of those grill things that goes on the front, maybe a yellow lens, but we'll come on to that later. Custom triple clamps, reworked all the forks. So much work has gone into this.
Shorten the stance as well on the front. So the front's actually lower, about 50mm lower than it was.
Okay, 50mm lower, yeah. Yeah.
So it's quite gangly at the front.
Yeah, like its owner. Yeah, so it's getting there. It's getting there, and I can't wait to see it come together. In fact, this is probably quite a good frame to talk about colours. You're all right, you can be on it if you want. So we've got, my favourite is this kind of green, this like deep British racing green with kind of like a little metallic sort of flip in it. And I think when we get a tan seat, I really want to get a tan seat. In fact, we should talk about the seat. So, again, yeah, handmade tail, handmade seat. This is all like rough, just for workings. And then we're going to put these little leather panels on as well, so it kind of brings that down into play and breaks up the front and the rear. Nice, nice. And how much room have we got for like a packet of Rizzlers underneath?
A lot. It's like the TARDIS.
Yeah? So yeah, everything in here, hand done. This is where all the electrics are going to go, fuse box and all that sort of stuff. All this section of frame has been cut out, custom done to accommodate the shock going horizontally over there, so we had to adapt this frame inside here.
The frame came from here up and in, so
Yeah.
it was out here. And
Yeah.
it's horrendous. So we just basically reversed that, so we could accommodate this and the exhaust.
Down.
Yeah,
Gusset.
gusset.
Obviously the swing arm bar as well to mount the shock.
Yes.
Which is also good.
Which is nice because it makes that swing arm less offensive.
Yeah, it's less. I mean, it was so spindly to start with, wasn't
It was
it?
off as well because you had the drive shaft so narrow one side and so far out on the left side.
Yeah,
Kind of looked really odd.
yeah. And then, yeah, so this will be kind of riding position view. Don't know about the headlight yet, whether we're going to go black or green or whatever, but yeah, I'm super happy with it. Super happy with it, and can't wait to see the next stage. But yeah, so I just thought I'd come down and show you guys what's happening. Still to make a choice on like switch gears and throttles and master cylinders, all that stuff, because we're running out of budget. Well, we ran out of budget about 6 months ago. So actually, I mean, if anyone's out there that makes that type of stuff, get in touch, because we could do us some favours to get this finished and hopefully ready for its inaugural first ride in spring. Because I want to use it, I actually want to travel on it, and it's got to be comfortable. That was one of the reasons why we went flat bars rather than clip-ons. And you know, I want to use it. This bike has been around America twice. It's, you know, it's 78. It's had a lot of history. It likes being used, and these things should be used. And it's absolutely kind of a key part of the build was to make it rideable. Because you know, I don't just want to stick it in the side of the living room and look at it all day. So I shall ride it to Bavaria. Back to the home. Are you allowed to do German impressions these days, or is that racist? Let's start talking about casual racism, shall we? So yeah, let us know what you think. I mean, this. Oh, just looking at here with these two body valves poking out. It's going to be so nice. Tyres. We had a few comments on the tyres. It's 50-50 here. I mean, they're old school period tyres, but they're a little bit kind of flat. I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen when you try and go around the corner on them. Because again, I want it to be usable, but they've all got to be stripped off because we're going to powder coat the wheels, I think, anyway. So we'll have another little play with that. So lots of things to
Little bits to finish off.
But yeah, all the like exhaust, everything. These guys have done such a good job. All of this is hand done by those fair, sweet hands. That's what you should have a nickname, Sweet Hands. It looks amazing from this angle. I love it. Yeah, how cool is that? What are we doing with the tail light? We haven't really figured that out yet, have we? We were going to...
Yeah, we're going to try and hide...
Got to build the trays.
Build the trays underneath, and then we're going to hide some lights up in here. So your indicators be in there, the tail lights we're still sort of
I
toying.
think you can get two, so you can have a twin tail light at the back, and one will cancel as an indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be our only option.
We keep that nice flush look.
Because there needs to be quite a lot of heat shielding and stuff up there, isn't there? So, yeah, that's the
We'll cross that bridge.
that's the next stage.
Yeah,
but it's looking awesome, guys.
Yeah,
Seriously,
yeah, appreciate it.
so happy, so happy. So yeah, so we've probably got what, 2 months left, depending if any nice people can send us some bits.
Yeah, it all depends. It all depends on, you know, how long it takes to get the switch gear, and it's got to be the right switch gear as well. So once we get all them right bits, then it's literally just the wiring, and that's not going to take too long.
And we want it to be as clean as possible up here as well. Rear sets, yeah, we need. Yeah, we're not quite sure what we're going to do with those just yet. It's looking awesome. I've never seen something like it with that shock and these pipes. Cool. All right, guys. Well, we're down here for a bit, so I may come back on and show you some more bits and bobs, or I may just leave it till the next episode. And it's probably the last video of this year. So have an amazing 2017, and hopefully you'll see way more of this coming up, and we'll go and have some adventures on it. All right, cheers, guys. Finish. I like to finish on. In fact, let's go up the botty. Sorry. It's always a nice finish up the botty. Oh.
Aircraft scoop.
Like tuna. So it's like, not as in the fish. As in, we've modified the bike and now we need to stick this on to help the airflow move around.
And some mayonnaise.
And some mayonnaise. And some sweet corn. Right, I've got to go and pick my son up.
Okay.
In fact, I'm super late. Thank you, guys. Ciao. Ciao bella, mozzarella.